hormones, etc., etc., they will decompose within a span of 1 year, 1 month, or 1 week to 1 month's time, depending the type of atmospheric condition is. So these things are again available for then the plants and the animals. So that means if I say from this particular part of my skin, the carbon, the hydrogen, the oxygen, the nitrogen, the sulfur, which is part of protein, are derived from the different hormones. It may be possible it has come from the carrot which I ate. It may be possible that this particular type of carbohydrate must have come from the brinjal which I ate. This may be possible that the nitrogen which I got in this particular skin, I must have got from the egg. I must have got some other nutrient from other animals or plants. And when I die, all these things will be decomposed and they will again be made available to the other organisms. So the same thing is rotating and revolving and recycling again and again. So we may have some part which may be a part of some pig some 20 years back, or some elephant some 100 years back, or some giraffe some 200 years back, or in a coconut tree some 50 years back. So same thing is again and again rotating, revolving, recycling, and that is why those things are not getting over. Now comes a human being, and human beings started making so many different type of things. Their things were entirely different from protein, carbohydrate, vitamins, wood and plastic, this thing. And what we made? We made plastics. We made glass. We made so many different type of things. Glass, plastic. Okay? Then we made some leather, we made some other type of things and all. Many a thing which are used by us in our day-to-day life are non-biodegradable. They are not degraded. The tires which we are using in our cars, once they are finished giving their service, they will be discarded, and from hundreds of years, it is not going to decompose. It is not going to go back to the soil, neither to water nor to air. The plastic, I can see a chair here. The plastic, once this plastic chair breaks, hundreds of years it is not going to go back to the water, soil and air. It will remain in this form only. So much so the thinnest polythene which we are using, that will remain in the same form for several years. And even it breaks, what you can see ultimately that they are broken into the smaller pieces. But still it is in the form of polythene, so it will remain polyethylene only. It is not going to break into carbon and oxygen, or in the form of water, or in the form of sulfur, or magnesium, or iodine, or carbon, whatever type of other things which are present there. They will not decompose. They will remain in that same form only. And that is why the whatever type of things we find, they are categorized into two things, that is a biodegradable and non-biodegradable. Whatever type of things which we found around, all the matter is divided into two categories, biodegradable and non-biodegradable. That is those things which can degrade by the action of fungi, bacteria and other microorganisms, they are called biodegradable. And those which cannot be degraded, those which cannot be broken, which cannot be written back into the smallest form, which can be reused, they are called non-biodegradable. Now the question is, why they are non-biodegradable? What prevents them from degrading? And to know that, we must know that how a substance is degraded. The degradation is done by certain enzymatic action. Certain enzymatic actions which require certain enzymes. And we do not have enzymes for all the type of molecules to act on. We can digest protein, we can digest carbohydrate, we can digest vitamin, we can digest DNA, we can digest RNA, we can digest some other type of molecules which are found in the living beings. Cellulose is digestible, starch is digestible, glycogen is digestible, the nil keratin is digestible, and the other. Of course, we do not have enzymes which can digest cellulose, but there are some bacteria which can digest. So even if the plant is dead, the wood is there, it will also decompose after some time. The leaves are decomposed, the dead bodies of the animals are decomposed, the leathers are decomposed, the nail, horn, hooves, they will remain for some time, but ultimately they will also decompose. But the plastics, the what do you call glass, or what do you call this type of tires and all, many things are there. Nowadays we all are using synthetic detergents. Why are we using detergent? Because detergent has got better cleaning action. Our machine will have to work less. Detergent can even work in the hard water, though we may not be getting hard water in our homes. But in a fashion we are using detergents. Whereas the soaps, they are better, they are biodegradable. But instead of using soaps, we are using detergents. Now these detergents are non-biodegradable. Once they are released from our home, whether you have washed clothes, whether you have washed your utensils, the detergent which we have washed, that used, that will go into the water, from there to the rivers and from seas on every part, they will remain in the same form for years together. So there is an emphasis, the way are emphasizing that we should not use these non-biodegradable substances. Other day I was hearing, Debbie ma'am was also telling what are biodegradable, what are non-biodegradable. So this is nothing new. Anytime you see why plastic is banned, why government want to impose a ban on the polythenes, because they are non-biodegradable. Non-biodegradable means they will, once they are made, they will remain. Now why they are non-biodegradable? Because body of this fungi and bacteria do not have enzymes so far which can digest these substances. Once they will develop, then you will have a freedom, use polythene, no problem. But so far we do not have any mechanism also. Artificially also we cannot break them. The only possibility is that to burn them, and if you burn them, you are polluting the environment. So that is why we are imposing a ban on use of these articles, that is as less as possible you should use. If there is no other alternative available, then you should use it. Synthetic fiber, this is cotton of course, I got cotton only, but synthetic fiber, the nylon, terylene, and the polyester, and what they call chiffon and all these are artificially made in the industries. And all these are non-biodegradable. The thermocol in which the packing comes, all the expensive items which you buy from the market, may it be TV or fridge or washing machine or mixie or a fan or anything, they all are packed with those thermocols. You might have studied in class 9 why they are packed in thermocol in 4th chapter. Now those thermocols are non-biodegradable. There is a ban imposed on the use and throw cutleries. Principal also used to say number of times there should be no plastic. One-time use plastic should be used in the school campus. And that canteen bhaiya, he was giving all the noodles and all, and with that spoon. And that spoon was non-biodegradable. So you should avoid as far as possible to the use of these non-biodegradable. Now there are some places where it is not possible at all. There is no option. Now if I say why this keyboard is made up of the plastic, you should made it of some other thing. So there is no possibility. We cannot make. Now again, there are some non-biodegradable substances which are recyclable and non-recyclable. If it is recyclable, then we should emphasize on recycling of those things. Now every day you are getting milk from market that is coming in the poly bag. Those poly bags, the other poly bags, the virgin poly bags which is written there, virgin plastic, they can be recycled. So you should collect them and send them for the recycling. So this can be used again to make something else. So the burden on the environment on the fresh raw material will decrease. So another way of decreasing the non-biodegradable substances is recycling of these substances, and which are not recyclable, as far as possible we should not use them, and if at all we have to use, then after use we have to dump them in some places like landfilling, or to use them in the construction of wall, roof and other construction material, road making and all. There was a man, I don't know whether he is alive or not, there was a man in Bangalore, Mr. Khan, about his work. It is written in the 12th class book. Mr. Khan has developed a unique method of using these plastics which is thrown and which has been collected by the rug pickers. That time in the book, it is the 12th class book, it is mentioned that time the rug pickers used to get 1 rupee per kg poly bag. He started giving them 6 rupee per kg, so that all the poly bags should come to him, and then he started making a certain kind of substance called polyblend, which was used in making road instead of concrete. And the polyblend has an advantage that it does not get spoiled with rainwater. So you see normally our roads which we have in our city, which are using, which is made using this stone, they get spoiled very fast. Soon after one rain, you find number of places that there are big ditches on the road. Such thing was not seen in or observed in the road which was made by the polyblend. So a unique technique used by Mr. Khan, using those non-biodegradable substances, and he made some unique thing of it. Similarly, the tires which we see cannot be used, but some places you see that they are used as a shock absorbers, like in the shipyards or in the river banks. You see where the boats comes, so the boat may like with the waves of the water, it may get scratches with the hard surface, so they put tires there. You might have seen the tires arranged on the rally, the car rally and other rally places, so that in case of accidents they absorb the shock, but the driver doesn't get hurt and even the vehicle is also not damaged, and that is somehow. Similarly, in some places these tires were used to broken into the small pieces that were used in making roads and to make the concrete of the roof. So there are some ideas developed by some people. Let us see in due course of time if we get some more ideas, some technique, then our problem of getting rid of the non-biodegradable substance will be even more. But our dependence on non-biodegradable substance is so much that we cannot even think of it to live without it. All the hospital equipments, that is the medicines, injections, syringe and all other type of things are coming in the plastics only. Now what to do? The plastic syringe, use and throw, one time use one, Kojak and what do you call that, Dispovan. Why they are making? So that once you use it, you can damage it, so that the no recycling materials. Nobody can reuse them, and those diseases which are caused by the infected needle and all, they can be decreased. Even they could have made of glass, but the glass is very expensive compared to plastic. Okay, then all the injection vials are coming in plastic, all there are so many equipment, and nowadays with the effect of corona, you see everything is now all the more plastic returns. Okay, so now what to do? We cannot simply get rid of these things, but as far as possible, where choice is available, we should go for a thing which is degradable, which is biodegradable, so that the burden on the environment will decrease, and at the same time our plants and our animals will keep getting recovered. Otherwise, what happens if you keep on using these things? A time will come when the soil will have no more potassium, no more sodium, no more magnesium, no more sulfur, no more. Then to make these things, the factories will charge huge amount of money. Fertilizers will become very, very expensive in order to produce by the plants that is good yield, and then we will have to pay huge price. So it is our time now to think well before. So plant has an ability, animals have an ability, bacteria and microbes have an ability to convert some of the substances back into their raw form, minimum form, and many other substances which cannot. Okay? So for all these years, from the time earth is made till today, thing is going smoothly. But because of the villain, I said human is acting as a villain right from technological advancement. He started doing all sort of damage to the environment. So our villainous activities of use of non-biodegradable substances, use of such substances which are creating or making burden on the environment. So we must think twice what should be done and what should not be done, what type of things should be used and what type of things should not be used. So overall, we categorize all the things which we are using in our day-to-day life in three categories: the biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and recyclable. Whatever recyclable, that is, all the metals are recyclable. I said metals, not of alloys. All the metals are recyclable. That once the need of that metal is over, when we are discarding it, the companies takes it, the replicas take it, the Kamadawala takes it, and they are resold to the companies where they are remelted and they can be used. You see, from the ages we are using gold. Nobody throws, "Arey, ye to purana ho gaya, pheko isko." You can throw this chair anytime. What's the design and what type of design it is. Now we are buying reclinable sofa. What is the need of this? Now our sofa has got that massaging machine. What is the need? And our purchasing power is increasing. First, the whole sofa set which you bought for our home was of 20,000 rupees. Now each sofa with the reclinable capabilities and with the massage machine, we get for 30,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. We buy that thing. So at least when we see Netflix, at the same time, the massaging will also be done. And there are thermal pads behind. So if it is the winters, we get the heating also. So then we get rid of all those things. Getting rid is not a problem, but it should be done in the proper manner. If it is recyclable, we should go for recycling. If it is not recyclable, we should use some other alternative. And if it is biodegradable, well and good. So, understanding the value of all these things, all the state governments, local bodies and all, they also come up with their ideas. Now you see the bins which are placed, the bins which we are placed in the city, they are having the wet or biodegradable and non-biodegradable. So if you have to throw the banana peel, you have to throw in the biodegradable. If you are putting all the waste vegetables, put in the biodegradable. If you are having some cotton cloth, banyan kharab ho gaya aapki, throw it in the biodegradable because they are decomposable. But if you have got some metal, some glass, some aluminum cans, some plastic, some such things which are non-biodegradable, please don't put them there. We are Indians, no, we don't think too much. wherever the gate it is written pull, so we will push it. Who read and who understand? ठीक है, तो even वहाँ पे लिखा रहेगा biodegradable bill, what the other people will do. So we least bother, but that doesn't good. That is not a good attitude. Okay, so this is very important, children, because when we are not playing with us, we are not playing with the government, we are not playing with the people who are working there, but we are playing with the entire nature. Those people, if they don't work, they think all biodegradable goods are there, they will put it for the compost pit and they will find the glasses are there. And when the fertilizer manure is made, they will be sold to the farmer. Farmer simply put it, and most of the farmers are moving barefoot, and the glass may go into their foot. So we have to think number of कुछ तो सोचना चाहिए. When I was in Australia, I saw very unique practice there. What they have got, they have the different days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, one day off. 6 days they rug picking vehicles used to come. And in a week, 2 days, the vehicle come biodegradable substances of waste collects. 2 days. One day they pick all the glass. One day they pick all the metal, especially the cans and all. And one day they took all the plastics. And one day they take all the paper, cardboard and all. So in their houses only they got so many different type of bins, small bins. And right from the child age, the habits are put into the children. No sooner you finish your one coke, the saying, put it into the metal. Can khatam kiya aapne order? We in India we hardly use some can, except these. We don't use any can, but there most of the things are come in the food items are comes in the can. So once you use this thing, you have to throw the cans, put in the metals. So the rug picking and the separation and those type of people who are employed are decreasing. They are very much sure that the day plastic comes, only the plastic items are there. They have to do only one thing, that is what are recyclable plastic and what are non-recyclable plastic, that only they have to separate. And then they are sent to the machine. In the metal, they have to separate only what is aluminium, what is tin, what is iron, that only they have to separate. And the biodegradable, they don't have to need anything. They simply put it there. Okay, so this is how they would see, ideas should be there. People, when work on a particular system, they should develop ideas, and that is the one thing which we don't have. Indians don't have. A population second largest in the world, and we are not having only any one mobile making company. Not even one. जो बना रही है वो भी बाहर से मंगा रही है, ठप्पा लगा रही है, बेच रही है बाजार. Why it is so? Because we are very easy going. Chalta attitude. 7th floor, one person is sitting, eating peanuts and throwing all the chilka out. If you ask him, this society को पैसा देते हैं ना, वो cleaning करेंगे? That is not an attitude. That is not an attitude. We must know that what our responsibility towards the environment is. What our responsibility towards society is, what our way of social life is. That is very important, and until unless we learn all these things. Now since those are the places, developed country, there you don't get the maids, they don't get the servants who will come to sweep and soap. So they have developed a habit that not to do any kachra. So their house well carpeted. They have to, once in a week, they have to put the vacuum cleaner, and the roads are very clean. You will not find even any dirt there. We are far behind. Why? Because we don't have that attitude. मन में इच्छा ही नहीं है वो करने की. Even if somebody comes, Mr. Modi कहते ही रह गए स्वच्छ भारत, खुद भी झाड़ू उठा लिया, सब कुछ कर लिया, but the public is public. वो उनका मीम बना के चेप देते हैं. हम नहीं सुधरेंगे. That is not a good attitude. what he has got, उनको क्या जरूरत है झाड़ू उठाने की? उनकी एक आवाज़ में कोई भी करेगा जाकर। जब उन्होंने एक बार कहा था कि थाली बजानी है 5 बजे, पब्लिक ने बजाई कि नहीं बजाई? जिस दिन वो कह देंगे ये करो, वो भी कर देंगे लोग। तो he is not doing for himself. We have to do for ourselves and for our environment, so that our forthcoming generation will have all these things. Otherwise, the plants will not get nourishment. सॉइल में मैग्नीशियम ही नहीं रहेगा, आयरन ही नहीं रहेगा, कैल्शियम ही नहीं रहेगा, मैग्नीज ही नहीं रहेगा, सल्फर ही नहीं रहेगा. Then to get all these things, the farmer will have to go to some big industries to get all these things. And today, one bag of fertilizer, suppose they are getting for 500 rupees, they will get for 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. And the crop which will be produced, आज आपको all the vegetable, if you go to the market, you get at the rate of around 40 रुपये kg, almost सभी चीज़ें मिल जाती है 40 रुपये किलो के अंदर except tomatoes. That will have to pay 400 rupees, 500 rupees per kg of vegetable. And wheat and all which we get for 24, 25 rupees per kg, then we will get for 80 and 100 rupees per kg. वो हो जाती है आदमी की आदत, वो आदमी ऐसे ही है, इंसान ऐसे ही है. 20 रुपये पानी का देता है, उसको चिंता नहीं रहती. 20 रुपये किलो का गेहूँ देते हुए उसको सोच लगता है, और 20 रुपये किलो गेहूँ, ये तो बहुत महंगा हो गया, पिछली बार तो 14 का लिया था. बट नोबडी आस्क्ड कि वाटर बॉटल क्यों 20 रुपये की है? उसमें क्या किया उसने? व्हाट अ कंपनी इज डूइंग टू फिल्टर वाटर? पूरा मशीन लगा दिया, इधर से पानी आता है, उधर से भर के निकल जाता है. एंड टू मेक 1 kg of wheat, how much work farmer has to do? We hardly think of it. Okay, so children, बायोडिग्रेडेबल एंड नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल हमने सुना, पढ़ा और समझा. नॉन बायोडिग्रेडेबल चीज़ों को यूज़ करना और बायोडिग्रेडेबल चीज़ों को यूज़ करने से एनवायरनमेंट को बहुत सारे फायदे और नुकसान हैं. वी हैव टू थिंक ऑफ इट. मोर एवर, इवन वी कैन नॉट से दैट द बायोडिग्रेडेबल इज ऑलवेज गुड. दे शुड बी डिकम्पोज इन अ प्रॉपर मैनर, कवर्ड. अदरवाइज दे विल स्टार्ट स्मेलिंग, दे विल कॉज बैड अपीयरेंस. So that also we have to think. Okay, that's all for today. In the next class we will study the importance of biotic factor. Thank you, children.